Hello! Well, welcome in tonight. Something's different. You're seeing, probably noticing. Trying out a new format tonight, a new setup for stream. Chat, I gotta be honest with you. I love doing this, but the amount of setup, because I used to be streaming from the school desk, family work desk, and spending half an hour to 45 minutes setting it up and then again breaking it down every night after midnight before I go to bed is just getting a little brutal. So I'm gonna figure out a way to keep doing this, but I'm working on streamlining it. I would definitely like to cut back my setup and breakdown time. So I'm trying this. This is actually my regular day work desk. Yeah, giving it a shot. I kind of like it so far. Just from the setup standpoint, and it feels kind of a little more comfortable open here. So we're trying it out. We're gonna try it out, and we'll see what happens. Next week, depending how this goes. But worry not, friends are still here. Friends are still. Friends are still here. We don't leave our friends behind. Frank, Mog, and I think this character's actual literal name is Bunny. So they have been facets on the stream, and they will stay so. That's a surprisingly long trip for such a small room. But hey, here we are. Welcome on in. So now that I've addressed that things are different, hi. My name's Jeff. You can also call me Wags, and this is Wagworks GA, as I'm sure you know. So what you'll see here is art. I am an artist. I work with my wife Ashley. She is our team writer. Together we call ourselves Wagworks GA. The G and she's Ashley A. So there's that. And we make kids comics together. We'll be working on one of those tonight. I also do lots of game fan art, and I've started a new thing too, which, oh my gosh, I didn't even prep it. I didn't prep my update slides, you guys. It's fine. A little bit of scuff is just another Thursday night, you know? That's how we do it here. Nice and scuffed and relaxed, but also scuffed. Here we go. There's you. All right. Boop, boop. Boop. Well, now that I mentioned announcements, why don't we go ahead and do announcements, actually? What is that? Okay, just gonna do that. Sorry, I didn't think I'd put that in my OBS layout that way. All right, here we go. Hey guys, look, it's time for announcements. That was actually amazing intro music for announcements. So first up, the new thing that I've been doing, I've literally done it once, is Third Thursday. So every third Thursday of the month, we're gonna game together for a little bit, for probably the first half-ish of stream, and then we'll move on for the second half of stream to do some drawing, probably inspired on the game. Right now we're playing Chrono Trigger, which is my all-time favorite, at least RPG, if not game. We're a little early in yet, but we're having a good time. I'm having fun sharing it with you guys, and we have also named the main character Poopy, and that's just how it is. So that's good times. The next Thursday stream will be Thursday, August 6th. So you can look forward to that if that's what you look forward to. All right, next up, still keeping track of this. I really am just keeping this here to keep myself honest, because I don't yet have a plan for when this would happen. But sometime. So I'm keeping track, and is this good? Is that better? I don't know. Still figuring out this setup, but yeah. So I owe you guys one extra stream. That'll happen eventually. Other than Thursday nights, that's what I got. Our art list, what we have pending still. So CoreToons Tribune August cover is done. I showed you guys that one last week. We'll be working on the comic tonight. sadly, tonight at midnight is the deadline for the velocity art for Games Done Quick, the art book that they are distributing through the Yeti. And I have a couple sketches, but I really haven't gotten anywhere on it, just with life and the amount of time that I have available. And with the deadline, I just didn't get to it. I couldn't get it in there, which is sad. I really wanted to do it. Every chance I have to be a part of something Games Done Quick, I will gladly do it. But that was not this time. So that is sadly off the list, but we still are very near wrapping up the Dungeons and Dragons group illustration. I have gotten word that perhaps that campaign will restart in September. So I would love to have it done. And it's a good thing that we're very close to having it done. So we'll probably return to that after I finish, this CoreToons comic. And then I do need to finish, my panel art. If you're looking at my Twitch page, it's bare. I know, it's okay, right? You don't come here for the pretty Twitch page, but I would like to tell people more about me, especially when I'm not here to do it myself. So I'd like to do some art for the panels there. And then of course, emotes. We have a few. I've done a few animated, but I want to do more, and I would love to do more for you guys, both for follow emotes and also for subs. So that's on the list, always and forever. But tonight we will be doing CoreToons and inking. We'll be inking a lot. I find surprising ways to fit detail that I need to draw into my panels that I didn't realize when I sketched it, and then I have to draw it all. So that's fun. So yeah, that's what we're working on tonight. It's the newest Sunny Skies that we're working on for the August issue of CoreToons Tribune. That's it. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Whee! Finished slideshow. And now you know my horrible secret that I just used PowerPoint for that. Anyway, yeah, that's announcements, and I'm still drinking my coffee. Okay, now that you've had that coffee gulping ASMR, let's go ahead and actually do some art. So as everybody knows, I warm up with Pokemon here. I say everyone, but so that is thanks to, hold on a second, I didn't bring up any of those pre-streams. I was too busy messing around with the setup here. Kind of think I might raise the camera a little more, but I might need to move it to the side a little bit, honestly. If you have an opinion on this, please share, but you don't have to. Okay. Okay, so now I think I'm actually ready for, can I do this? Maybe if we just, yeah, okay. We'll see if this works for our time. It should. Okay, so we're gonna do a warm-up now. So, yeah, what I like to do for my warm-up is I navigate on over to my Clip Studio window here. I like to do Pokemon, and for a while I've just been drawing kind of cute sleeping Pokemon as kind of the fun vibe there. But lately, basically most of this year, we've actually been doing Pokemon fusions. That was one that was suggested by our mod Frank, and I've been having a really good time with it. So we're going to keep on with all of that, and to do that, we're going to just get 2 randomly generated Pokemon, and we're going to fuse them together. So, sir. That, something seems to have gone awry with my, yeah, no, that's not good. Okay, hold on a second. All right, we are just gonna recapture that one. So randompokemon.com is a website that I use. I don't own it. I did not make it, but I do very very much enjoy it, and it's been very useful for my warm-ups. Okay. Thank you for your patience. This wasn't supposed to go this way. All right. Okay, we got it. Thanks for waiting. Right, so yeah, it's literally just everything. We're gonna pick from everything randomly, and we're gonna combine them no matter what we get, unless it's one that we've done a few times before, but we haven't quite exhausted that list yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what we get. This is gonna be good. Okay. So we got Alolan Exeggutor and Tepig. Yeah, it's probably gonna go almost exactly like you think it is, but we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun, guys. All right, let me go ahead and switch that over while I pull up reference real quick. You know what's funny is I've been saying Exeggutor, but it's not. There's no K sound in that name. It's just two G's, and I've been saying it that way like forever, which is kind of funny. Yeah, you know, you learn something new every day. Exeggutor? Exeggutor. Yeah, that's not intuitive. That's not even a little intuitive, guys. Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and pull up Tepig. You sweet, cute pig. I am sorry for what is about to happen to you. It's gonna be something for sure. All right. Okay. All right. I think we're just about all set up here. So for warm-up, we do a quick, just 5-minute sketch. This is not going to be anything finished. This is not going to be super clean. It's just going to be basically sketch, baby pencils level, to kind of get a feel for how these guys are going to go together. Get my stylus out, and don't unplug all my USBs. That would be great. Let me just pull this over here. Okay. Yeah, that is very better. Is that a little bit less harsh? I think so. Okay. So, yeah, timer is 5 minutes. You'll see it in the lower right-hand corner here in a second. And we will just start. No, oh, no, there we go. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start that. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm clicking all the buttons wrong. You can always tell when it's a new setup because I definitely am not quite comfortable with it yet. But it'll be okay. All right. I mean, there's not really any way around the long neck, if you ask me, on this one. Like, it just kind of has to be, because after all, how do you get the Alolan version of Exeggutor? Exeggutor, oh my gosh. That name, you guys, holy cow. It's gonna just look like a giraffe, I feel like. I don't really want to give it the 3 heads. Basically, it's a giraffe. You know, for a second, I thought this was going to be, like, horrible, but now I'm thinking it might somehow end up being cute. So get those, like, nice, like, nice chunky Exeggutor legs in there to support it. Okay, you know what? You know what? This is not horrible. Oh no. Oh my goodness, this is kind of ridiculous. And maybe we'll give it like a little bit of like shaggy leaf hair. Maybe one here. Okay. So these will be like the ears for sure. But then we'll also have the palm tree like hair coming in here. Okay. We won't do like the claws like Exeggutor. Gosh, I don't like saying that. I don't like it at all, y'all. I can make this a little bit bigger. Did it again. Okay. That kind of cute little poof-like nail. Do that. Actually erase out a little bit to clean up here. So we'll have kind of that little bit of that coloration there. And then also out from the nose comes this line. I don't think I'm gonna do the tree trunk striations. Maybe though. So I have to stick them in here. Alright. Closing in on time, but feeling like we pretty much got this. Okay, then we'll kind of shade it just to give the idea of what's going on here. Okay, here's the black that goes in here. The ears will also be the black. Okay, okay. We'll do this. So it kind of just looks like a big, doofy, and maybe slightly evil giraffe. Is that what that's what I get from it. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of here for it. Actually, we'll make this also just a little bit more coconut-like. Honestly, this kind of works. That's sort of hilarious. I love this. Okay, timer just went off. As you see. That's fun. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. Honestly, like, I think this... in my mind, this went so wrong before it even started, and this is kind of the redemption arc, if I'm being honest. I feel like just cleaning up this line here because it's bothering me, because I couldn't tell what was in front and what wasn't. And maybe give one more. There we go. Yeah, honestly, this feels like the redemption arc. I think we're pretty good. Frank, hey, what's up, man? It's so good to see you. Timer's up. I'm legally obligated to delete it. I do believe that is international timer law. But hey, how you doing tonight? This seriously, this could have gone so much more wrong, and I will take it. All right, last thing we have to do is we name it. So I think it's kind of straightforward, perhaps. So we got Alolan. I cannot say this name. I just don't want to. I can make myself pronounce it, but I really just don't want to. I remind you of Dale. Oh, from King of the Hill. I haven't seen that show in a really long time. I definitely have not watched any of the new ones. Are you liking it? A new bonus of this setup is that when I'm looking up at my chat monitor, it looks like I'm just looking up at it. I'm literally looking up at your words, and it makes physical sense that it shouldn't. Excuse me. Explain the setup. The setup is that usually I stream from our family room, our family schoolroom / office room. It's over there. You can't see it, but it's there. You can trust me. Yeah, and especially when we're doing the school year, which starts next week, I have to break down. Not only do I set up before a stream, right? I have to get everything out, move my computer, set it all up, get out, my ring light, my microphone, like everything, set it up, and then when I finish, like 12:30 at night, somewhere in that range, I have to break everything down and put it away again so that the schoolroom is ready for them to have their school day the next morning. So that is a lot. Hey Daddix, how's it going? Yes, I am testing this out. We'll see how it goes. So far I'm liking it. How's it on your guys' end? But this is actually where I work for my day job. It's like a little desk. It pulls out from like a wardrobe type thing. That's too much work. Just drop them off at public school. Yeah, we have some challenges that make that a little bit harder for at least one of them with the health stuff. But we like having them around, so that's not so bad. But yeah, it's so at any rate, this is a lot of my stuff is already here, and it's a lot less stuff that I actually have to do tear down on and put away. And if it's like ever just too late and I just don't feel up to it, I could just leave stuff up, and the only person it's going to inconvenience is me when I go to start my day job tomorrow. But even that isn't too terrible. So honestly, I'm pretty okay with trying this out, and I think it could be pretty good. Yeah. Oh, but hey, Daddix, I saw you playing Sound Voltex. Dude, that is awesome. Both of your nieces' schools so they can meet their teachers before. Oh, so do they start up on Monday as well? Yeah, it's funny because I grew up in the north, like in Wisconsin, and there we did not start school until after the county fair, which was always Labor Day weekend. So when we moved in the south, like Georgia was, I think, earlier even than they do it here, and it was always like the first, either August 1st or the next nearest day in August to August 1st. So yeah, it definitely was an adjustment for the kids side of things. Ooh, are you talking about Frank? You're talking about Daddix was playing. By the way, I just because, like, what did I even do? Oh my gosh, there we are. Oh, for school. I am old, Jeff. I am old, Jeff. It's true. But not as old as I hope as I hope to someday be. I totally flubbed that. That was awesome. Next take. But yeah, anybody watching, you should I'm just gonna shout them out. Yeah, because you should follow Daddix if you like watching like someone really good playing rhythm games. Yeah. Glad you caught me struck. Let's see. I think the last thing I remember hearing before I switched off to get set up for my audio for stream was, yeah, so that should be a AAA. So I don't think that's struggling. I think that's pretty good, if you ask me. Either way, I enjoyed the music, so that was cool. All right, so I think we're good on warm-up. I'm gonna go ahead and save this so we can unleash this later. Oh, I never finished naming. You guys, what am I doing? Look at me. We're gonna just call it Alolan. I mean, I don't want to call it Exeg or Exeggig because that doesn't sound quite right. I think this is Tepigutor. As much as it pains me to say the other one, this one just seems. Nope, that is too many. That's one extra syllable, Jeff. Tepigutor. There we go. That is what that is. There we go. But how did the rest of your stream go, Daddix? Okay, let's go ahead and set that so I can save. Okay. Today is, oh my gosh, it's the 30th. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, Frank, I don't know if you were here for this part, but I did want to say nobody worry because Goose is present and accounted for. No friends left behind here on stream. That is how we do. Nice. No goose left behind. That is how we roll. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so do I want OBS here? Or do I want OBS here? He's always here. He is. Well, fun fact, usually this is my work day. This is where I'm sitting just, meteorologying, I guess you'd say. And usually he's sitting like right up here, just staring at me straight on. And it wasn't by intent. That just seemed like a decent space that was open to put him. So it kind of worked out. Yeah. So this is the new comic. We saw this last week, and I am just continuing in on the inking. You'll notice that if you saw, like, Chloe is this character's name here, was very much rougher looking. the inks last week, and I've gone in and cleaned that up and got Corey inked. I've had a couple kids in the pool, a lifeguard, and I'm just gonna add a couple more people just to make sure, you know, it gives the vibe of it's a public pool. So that's really where we're going with this. So we're just gonna pick up inking. We haven't set like a super firm date for all this to be that we're trying to release the August issue, just sometime in August. You're teaching her the wrong words for how old is your niece? Wait, Copper? Who's Copper? Do I know this pet? Animal? Is Copper a pig? Is that what we're going with? Or are we really totally switching it up? Oh, that's your sister's dog. Okay, he's good times, good times. Hey, Fallen, how's it going? Don't even start. I didn't. Covering all the bases. That's good. That's good. Checking with Fallen first. Always important. 1 minute ago. As long as the text didn't like say, "Hey, Jeff is old," that would be probably not the first thing that you would want to hear. Comic is going okay. Yeah, it's we're inking that third panel. I'm just kind of getting some of the background details in. Just gonna add like one more, maybe just not even a person, just like a pool chair out there to give it a little bit of that public pool feeling, and then I'm gonna move on to getting the actual pool background inked in. So long as it's before you find me in here, it's a win. I mean, that simultaneously seems both correct and wrong, and I'm not sure what to say about it. But then again, it's probably also not my place to state anything. It doesn't. Oh, snap. I suppose having been married for 20 years, I might have some insight to offer. Were you interested in that? But, you know, it's optional. All right, let's just go ahead and do another pool chair. Straight lines, my nemesis, as always. Come on, man. Really, dude. So far, this is not promising for the drawing setup. Although I have drawn at this desk before, so. Oh my gosh. Deep breaths, Jeff. Deep breaths. There we go. Sometimes just drawing the other direction is all you need to do. Oh, hey, Fallen, did you guys ever finish Pal World? I know you're working on that, I think, last week? I thought you were close to endgame. Oh my gosh. Straight line 2, the revenge. There we go. Okay. Nice. So I know that you're a huge Pokemon fan. How does it compare for you? It does count. I sent it first. Frank fighting till the bitter end. But at what cost? It doesn't compare? Like, just because it's that different, or is it just not as good in general? Maybe what I'll do we need navigator window for this? I'm not sure we do. You can catch pals, but there are a lot of those games. Yeah, that's true. I mean, no, it's not quite right. Come on, Jeff. Okay, that works. This is literally just a background, and I need to chill out about it a little bit. You can't see. Like, okay. On a scale of like 1 to 10, 1 being like, it's just a little bit rough around the edges, and 10 being like, basically there's nothing appropriate at all. Like, where would you rate it on like unfamily friendliness? Because I'm aware of like the violent kind of parts, or at least a little bit of it. Yeah, see, here's the thing though, Frank. I don't feel like what some kids play is always a great, maybe 8. Wow, okay. I mean, I'm realizing now, Frank, that you might have been joking, but at the same time, also, like, some parents are just very laid back about it. They're like, well, they're gonna see it eventually anyway. Or they're just like, oh, it's just a video game, it can't be that bad, right? Although these days, I can't imagine anybody saying that, but that's also because I've been following games since I was, 4. They blur out. Okay. That is definitely, yes, I can see where you arrived at your rating. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't even know, like, the journey to... I shouldn't laugh at that. I shouldn't be so amused by the fact that you just highlighted the message to call me old. But you know what you've also highlighted is that I need to add stuff for channel point redeems. So we should start brainstorming ideas for channel point redeems. I know I talked about like a Duolingo one, which would be fun to do for me. I know there's like the standard hydrate, stuff like that. What? And I know, Frank, you mentioned the one about having me draw with the canvas really zoomed out. What other stuff should we do for channel point redeems? Because I imagine you guys are getting, you've got a few points in the bank at this point. No pun intended. Yes, Frank. I'm assuming that you actually have something to say and are not just going to type is old next, but that's always a possibility too. Does it look like I'm always looking up to you guys now? It's kind of fun. Lucy. Okay. So are these going to be like a digital delivery? Or are you like literally going to print out cards and mail them? I'm curious. I think this is a cool idea, and I'm just curious about how you want to execute it. Physical. Oh, that's fun. Yes, he will need to stream again first. I do have that little notification bell on. I will see it if you go on and try to join if at all possible. Oh, tier 2 is 15 and tier 3 is 25. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be enough to cover postage for sure. Unless you were mailing it to like somewhere internationally. Tier 2 is 10. Still, that should be enough for like a trading card, right? I mean, gosh, you could even do postcards in theory. Which would be, I mean, well, if you wanted them like Vistaprint printed or something like that, that would be a convenient format. If you print an order of 50, it would somewhat break even. Yeah. I think so. Just do it like a signature of like, I don't know how many you would even fit. I'm guessing, I feel like it should be about 9 to a sheet. Something like that. Although if you do like a Vistaprint, it would be just, or even business cards would work. Speaking of which, we need to redesign our Wagworks business card too. That one is very old. Ooh, 1 foil? Dude, that's deluxe. That's a really cool idea. Yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah. Alright, what am I doing? I should also be drawing while I'm talking. Don't you think? Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I have seen the ads for like the challenge coins or whatever, but yeah, that's pricey. I mean, what else is? I mean, people collect keychains, although acrylic like, well, if you're doing a bulk order of the same one, it's not so bad. Because I was gonna do the keyblades that way for games done quick, and I was gonna have like 2 little keyblade or some kind of charms hanging off the side of it when I was gonna get it printed as a bag. But we're not gonna table anytime soon, so we're like, why do we need 49 of 2 different keychains that we're not gonna do much with? Also, you could maybe do enamel pins as like an in-between of cards versus coins, kind of, maybe. I don't. There's all sorts of stuff I would love to do, but right now it's not quite what our life is. Although I am very excited. Saturday, we will be as a family going to our first convention, just for a day. We just got one pass, and it's a specifically Disney convention. It's the House of Mouse Expo. I like it a lot, especially because I know like we've talked a lot about inspiration from like Sunday Funniest comics like Calvin and Hobbes and stuff. And between that vibe and then like the cards, I think it's kind of awesome. But yeah, I'm excited to do our first convention as a family and see how that goes. So yeah, it's all Disney based stuff. I haven't even fully looked over the schedule yet. Just excited to go. Let's clean that up a little bit more. Okay, I can zoom in a little bit closer. So maybe I'll make this kid a little bit. Yeah, so Frank, I was gonna ask, because I thought you'd mentioned that you might be able to sometimes stream from your job. I was curious if you were planning on doing that anytime soon. Okay, that is just not gonna work out for me. Okay. That's fine. Maybe I just try to do it. Maybe I just YOLO this. I'm not sure. You've been too busy sleeping at work. I mean, I'm not your boss. And I also get that some jobs require you to be active for only a very specific amount of time and then are not terribly exciting. Okay, how am I gonna do that? Okay. Let's go ahead and erase here. Too far. Wait, what is your actual job? I don't think... I thought you had mentioned it at one point, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, come on, Jeff. Really? Why is this so hard? Okay, I think that's fine. Because it's not going to show through any of here. Oops, too far there. Okay, I think that all is just fine. An overnight audit. What does that involve? It sounds cool. Also, if I'm being obnoxious or nosy, please feel free to just tell me that. But I'm always curious. You know? Oh, we process cards for Best Western. Okay. So I imagine it sounds like that may not always be super busy because there's different ways to build things. Interesting. I guess I didn't know as much about that. Just as long as you're probably not old enough to have ever had to use the like ka-chunk like credit card machine. I remember when I worked at Athlete's Foot, I had to do that whenever someone wanted to use a credit card. That was good times. All right. Good night, Fallen. Thanks for stopping by. A virtual card or a guest card. Interesting. Oh, I don't know why I erased all those lines, because I actually... This is the background, and they should actually meet up. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea that like there were different ways that you had to process things on the back end at that, especially that level of detail. That's cool. It makes sense. Okay. Okay. I guess I should probably put a pool ladder in here. That doesn't look quite right. Okay, just clean that up a little bit in there. Okay. I know it looks weird because I have everything transparent right now, but it will it will make more sense shortly, in theory. do that, I can kind of just close that and remove this line, and it'll be like it never happened. Nope, too much. I'll tell you what. I don't always think well of the amount of detail that I'm adding to a scene, or the amount of detail a scene may require before I start drawing it out. And sometimes that comes back to bite me a little bit. Granted, not all these have to be super detailed works of art, but just trying to keep it good enough that it doesn't like break the sense of place in the comic. Okay. I think that's good for inks on this one for now. So let's go ahead and jump into our last panel. That should be thick enough. Also, if you were here last week and you saw the way I'd previously drawn the second panel with the boy character Corey holding his head in pain, it was meant to be like an ice cream headache, right? But then I realized, one, it looked like he just got a concussion from getting hit in the head with a volleyball in panel one, and two, like, you know, probably shouldn't be quite so rough on him. Give him his moment in the sun. Literally and figuratively, so he's just proud of his ice cream cone stack. Honestly, I'm really happy with how that expression came out too. Every now and then, you know, you do the panel that it makes you smile, and you're not quite sure why it makes you smile so much. Yeah. Like, is it the most skillful thing I've ever drawn? No, but it makes me happy. Outside of hand would be showing there, so we're gonna give just an extra pinky finger, draw in another one of the fingers to, yeah, the hand doesn't quite work on it. Not quite. Alright. What's a notoriously cold place? Siberia? International Falls, Minnesota. The Yukon Peninsula. No one actually holds their pencil up that high, Jeff. So let's fix that. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Notoriously cold that is accessible by bus. Yeah, like northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, Canada, Maine, Caribou, Maine. Obviously Alberta, Canada probably would be one in that category, depending on how long of a bus ride you're talking about. I mean, high elevations in the Rockies, but I'm less knowledgeable about that geography. I remember like our Eastern Hemisphere Studies teacher in school would always talk about like Yakutsk, Russia, as like the place in the world with the you know, biggest temperature swings. Canada might be most efficient. It is efficient. Is it accurate though? Is all of Canada really notoriously cold? I mean, I get it, especially if you're from talking about in relative to like the Southwest. I think it reads, you know, that's clear. Is this for a comic? Or are you exiling somebody? Figure, you know, I should probably ask. Yes. I'm assuming that was to the comic part, but you know. You never know. I ask too many questions in a row without giving people a chance to answer. I do that a lot. Chat, do I do that too much? Or is it not enough? Or do you think so? It's like my brain sometimes does not want to stop thinking of like addendums to the question once I've asked it. You ever have that? Game Chops, what is this? Interesting. Actually, I do have a question for any and all creators out there in chat. Obviously, Frank, that includes you. And I think that is, well, I have a question that I haven't fully articulated yet. But it's kind of along the lines of this. Do you ever have time, or have, good job. Do you ever have a hard time finding balance between life and all the requirements of life and your creative work? And I kind of feel like a lot of people would say yes to this, but if so, I'm curious about how people deal with that. I have a reason for asking this question, and I will explain it after I come back from break because I have to go pee. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're gonna take a short break. I'll be right back, and then I will give the context for the question. Ooh, that's a good answer, Frank. Okay, I wanna pick back up on that, but I definitely need to go use the restroom. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna run a quick 1 minute ad roll, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I think. Okay. See you guys in a second. Oh, there was. I did it. I almost got it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think we should be back from ad. Just checking. Before I go into the whole thing of what I was gonna say. I just want to check and see if we're back. We back? Maybe? Possibly? Potentially? How loud is my follow alert? Interesting. We'll see. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at my OBS setup, and I got distracted, and that happens. It definitely happens. Okay, we are almost certainly back from ad roll at this point. So, yeah, Frank, you raised such a good point about neglecting creative work over doing comfort activities. I think this is something that everyone who creates something does, for sure. And it's weird because how do you find that balance of like, sometimes the comfort activity is actually part of what fuels you to do more creative work. So it's like a fine balance, but yeah, it's really interesting. This all came up because I had a critique group. Like Thursdays at my lunchtime, I do a critique group with some fellow KCU folks. Actually, at least a couple of which you guys have seen here on stream when I was doing interviews for the anthology. So Bert Sung, and Sarah Steinberg are two of the members of that group. We have a good critique group. It's really enjoyable. And sometimes, like a bunch of us are there, and I'll be sharing work and get and having good discussion and critique and all that. And then sometimes it'll be just me and one other person, and usually that's either me and Bert or me and Sarah. And we always have the best discussions when that happens. And today was one of those days with Bert. Actually, I don't think I want to do it that way. I think I want to do it this way. Yeah, that seems for some reason better. And what was coming up was talking about just like trying to find that balance, right? Of I want to make stuff. I love making stuff. I would be doing it anyway, even if I wasn't sharing it with the world. But like, life just got super busy and slammed, and I feel disappointed. Like I had been in a rhythm before, or I had set a bunch of goals, and I didn't hit them, or I don't feel like I can hit them anymore. And like, how do you find that balance? And I know it's especially a challenge for creators that work a job that's not art. Actually, I don't think I like that. But I think I know a lot of people who do create full-time as well through KCU, and it's not necessarily a cakewalk for them either, right? Like, they have other constraints. Some of them have health constraints. Some of them, you know, because this is their job and it's, you know, they don't get as much latitude to create just what brings them joy, right? Like, they have to be much more productive or take on more project commissions and things that they usually wouldn't necessarily do because they have to eat, right? They have to pay the bills. But yeah, so Bert and I were having this discussion, and the whole thing just kind of got me thinking, like, there's so much to unpack in all of that, right? Like, not just what are your struggles, but like also like, how do you find your balance as a creator? Like, how do you find what makes your work meaningful to you, right? Like, not everybody has the goal of traditionally publishing a book and selling, you know, and getting on the New York Times bestseller list. That's not for everybody. At this point in my life, like especially with our family, like the health issues we have and stuff, like, are you kidding me? Inking a 200-page graphic novel, I could probably do it, like find a way to make it happen if I absolutely had to, or if it was like the dream shot. But it would darn near kill me probably trying to do it, or drive me crazy, you know? Okay, for some reason I had this sudden fear that I forgot to unmute when I came back from break, and I'm so glad that I didn't forget to do that. But yeah, it's like those kinds of questions about like, why do you make the stuff that you make? Like, do you have a specific goal, or is it more just creating it and sharing it? Like, how do you find meaning, and how do you use that meaning to set your goals to help give you those healthy like waypoints by which to navigate? There's so much in it. There's so much in that simple question of like the struggle. And I've got an idea. I've got it's given me some thoughts about something I might want to do for a future thing, but we'll see. I'm formulating, and I just wanted to ask the question here to see what you guys feel about it. Because let's face it, especially when you're working any kind of other job, or balancing a family life. Okay, back to Q. I am so thankful that you didn't just come and be like, what are you talking about? Say it all again. Because I'm not 100% sure I could even do that if I wanted to. Okay, I just realized two things happening here. One, the legs might be a little bit too high under the perspective doesn't quite match. I need to fix that. Oh, I like that, Frank. CSP should have an art streak feature. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I feel like Duolingo was one of the first things that started measuring streaks, at least in my orbit. And that, for me, was a motivator. I mean, also, with my ADHD brain, the things that I care about, I feel like I have to do them almost every day to some extent. Because if I don't, the risk is when that routine gets broken, I will just lose it entirely. Even if I care about it, it can get really hard. Which is why I try to make it a point to stream every Thursday that I can. It feels really weird when I don't do it. It's why, you know, I try to do art most days, even if I'm just working from like the sofa. Yeah, that's such a good idea, because then Twitch, the whole thing that yeah, my side tangent here. Then Twitch started doing streaks, which I think is, it's definitely something that motivates me to check in for a little bit with streams that I like, just to be like, okay, I just got to keep my streak going, even though like what happens if you break it? Nothing bad really, but like, isn't it nice to see number go up? It's nice to see number go up. And especially for creators that you enjoy their content, like seeing those numbers get ridiculously high is nice. But yeah, doing that for like art, like, and actually measuring it based on strokes, especially since they measure like time lapse and undo and all of that, like it would be so easy to do. That's a really good idea. I hope Clip Studio Paint is listening. Okay. This perspective is wrong. These feet need to go away. Did that get some of it? Maybe. You know, Frank, I think it's especially interesting with you because I know you had mentioned at one point that you barely ever post your comics on Instagram anymore. But you're still making them. You know, every time I talk to you, you're almost every single time you're making comics. But yeah, and I think that kind of just raises the question of like, it's a good measure of like, well, no one says that you have to post stuff, right? If you're sharing it with the people that you want to share it with, what does literally any of that matter? And I may also be a little bit biased just because I also have kind of not posted anything on Instagram for a while. But I think it's also a valid question. Because I think, like, especially as Ashley and I were spinning up trying to do at first picture books and then, you know, graphic novels and really chasing that traditional publishing kind of road. Oh my gosh, Jeff, really. You know, it becomes such a pressure of like, oh, you need to make stuff. You need to have like, you don't have to have a huge following, but you need to have some connection. Oh, you need to demonstrate community. You need to do like all this stuff as part of the business, right? Of creating and getting your name out there so that eventually an agent will notice you and eventually sign you so that then you can have a chance to submit to, you know, the publishers and all that. And I don't know, like, I get it, and we churned at that earnestly for a while as best we could, and life kind of just happened, especially over the last year. But it happened in a way where we haven't stopped making things. We just stopped chasing a lot of that of like, I'm going to work on this pitch packet and I'm going to do all this. And instead we were just focused on like, hey, let's just make these little CoreToons comics and do like fan art and charity artwork. And like, let's just make stuff and enjoy making stuff and sharing it with a smaller audience. Like, and let's actually just have a community with the people that we actually work with, like our CoreToons people, or here, like my community here. Chatting with you guys, or our like critique group. Like, why don't we just have that and not go after all the other stuff, because it's such an energy drain and we weren't necessarily creating better for doing it, you know? And I think there's a time and a place for doing it the other way too, because like, you know, we have friends from other critique groups or other communities, and seeing them like the Saint Amants, like John and Desi, they did a guest comic for CoreToons a couple of years ago, and they crowdfunded. I actually just had it here because I wanted to take a look at it, because they're this is like, I think, a shorter story of volume 1 of 3B Honey that they did. They did it on crowdfunder, I want to say. They raised the money to publish it, and then I think they sold like a bigger version of the book to be traditionally published later. And if you follow them, I think it's Saint Amant Stories over on Instagram. Like, they are so good at social media, and they're doing just awesome work. Actually, they have a Kickstarter going on right now for Chubby Corn is the book, and that one is I think they describe it as for people who are fans of like Adventure Time. And I've seen some of the panels and some of the things of like the time lapses and stuff of John drawing it, and it just looks like he's having so much fun. And it's they are people who are very, I think, inspirational to me. It's cool seeing them like just out there doing amazing work, and seeing things go well for them. Ooh, that is an eraser, Jeff. That's not what you want. This is a nice mix. I'm just gonna save this one for later. Come back to this. Okay. Nice. Okay, I do need to add word bubbles. Let's see if these cross enough for me to connect them. Yay! Look at that. Okay. Try one more. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah, that was the thing that I was using. Actually, that's not how his hair goes. There we go. Okay, coming along. That doesn't look quite natural. Okay, we need to fix that. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. I think that shoulder is unnaturally high. Okay. Actually, it's more like that, and then this finger comes out further. My goodness gracious. Hands, am I right? See, Frank, I think you're smart. You reduced the number of hands that you had to draw by making one of your characters a goose. It's clever stuff. It's brilliant if you ask me. Actually, I don't think that pencil's quite coming through right either. Okay. Okay, that seems better-ish. And before anyone asks, yes, canonically, Corey is right-handed and Chloe is left-handed. Will our K through second grade audience particularly care about this for this comic? Probably not. but it was a plan and not an oversight, for whatever that's worth. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Are you ready for me to share that now, Frank? Also, that is a fairly beefy forearm. Let's make that a little more realistic. There we go. Yeah, so this is okay. Cool. Let me just bring OBS down here for now. Now let's see if this capture also sucks. Something, maybe switching between monitors, OBS did not like. Man, I missed a whole bunch of stuff on here. Wow. I totally missed the comic that you posted last week. You can tell that I need to fix this and get my proper Discord account on here instead of the random temporary one that was created in my browser. Okay, so this is a continuation of the previous one. Honestly, I don't even know if there's that much to critique usually on yours. You're doing a really good job. But let's take a look. Let's share. Let's have art share time. Okay. There we go. The Great Migration south for the winter. I do like how it kind of sets up like that little cliffhanger in the first one. I like the snowman out the door. That's especially good. If you're actually looking for critique, there's not a whole lot that I have. Like, I especially like how you did a great job like switching up the camera angle in all these panels. It's supposed to be cool. Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah. There's no previous comic to this though that would establish that, right? Oh, okay. I see that. I missed that detail before. No, this is Lucy Goosey Summer number 1. Wait, what? Okay, so I get it. That's the summer story arc number 1. So I guess you could do a couple things if you really wanted to nail in that, like, oh, it's winter and it's a cold winter. Like, you could put, so it's supposed to be a summer story. Okay, so I suppose what you could do is like maybe add a little bit more exposition in panel 1, but not like nothing like so formal, just like a, you know, maybe have a blanket over Goose's legs or something, and then like you could even have, as Goose like changes the channel and clicks in, have it be like, and it's another cold one out there today, folks. Something like that. So you get that cue, like he is cuddled up or snuggled up, and like you could even have the news person like saying that just to get that little like super exposition-y thing out there, just to kind of further set up. So then your panel 2 is actually just advancing the idea instead of introducing it. That is my only, like, especially with the knowledge that, you know, it's supposed to be a cold winter. I think that would be my only real critique on here. But otherwise, I mean, clearly, like, you've got these characters down. There's nothing that catches my eye as jarring at all. I guess maybe the table is missing a leg or a center post in panel 4. It looks like it's kind of just floating. I guess that's the most nitpicky thing I would say. But yeah, this is all good. I like this. So then we'll go. Did you have anything you wanted to say or ask about this one before we look at the second one? Sorry, I hear dire docs and I just have to jam out. No, all right, let's go ahead and check out this one. All right. I like what you did here. So is that's gonna be like either a speech bubble or a thought bubble for Goose in panel 1, like the only a short bus ride to get out of this winter or this weather. Also, I like how like grumpy you've made the bus driver look in that 4th panel. Just at least, or unless I'm seeing like a hat line, but it's just funny. And also, I love the idea that there's just a bus to Canada. Like that actually kind of works as like an additional kind of little joke. I'm gonna catch the next bus to Canada. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I guess it threw me off a little bit because I hadn't seen it in Loosey Goosey before. But yeah, I would, you know, I think most people would recognize that convention. I guess you might add quotes to it then. I'm trying to think of how they usually do it in graphic novels when they do the panel. Because sometimes with a box and a caption, I think that it's like a third-person narrator, and that's the only thing that gets confusing for me. It's Italian sized. Change approved. Absolutely. Are those in panel 1? Right here? Are those actually like little swirls of like cold wind blowing? Because if so, I kind of love that. I like the and that's what I got out of it, and I like it. It's such a good I don't even know what I want to call it. It's a good way, a really good way of just kind of giving that subtle cue as to what's going on and reiterating the problem that Goose is solving. Oh yeah, and the icicles. I like those up there too. Yeah, all of your perspective shots, like anything you've shown in the last like however long, like I don't even remember there being a problem with it anytime. Like it's just your perspective stuff is really good. And a blanket and a table leg. Okay. Okay. Yeah, pretending it's a movie camera. I agree. Wait, too far. Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts about graphic novels and comics in general is that you can kind of be a little bit of a cinematographer. And you can actually learn a lot from just watching good cinematography or stuff like that. It's okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I went looking for it, but I didn't see it yet. As you saw. Yeah, I need to be better about checking this Discord, or at least getting it set up, joining it under our actual Wagworks GA Discord account so that I see stuff. Because I can't believe I missed your comic, and I missed Miss Cyberpup's new art, which I won't share without having her permission. But that's cool. Also on my Discord to-do list, I do want to eventually set up an actual server for this stream. I mean, I like being in yours and seeing the art shares there, but you know, also I'm kind of just I feel always like I'm kind of borrowing or piggybacking off of it, and I probably, you know, should not be lazy and get my own stood up. All right, let's see. Yep, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Like, I think this nails it. I guess you might have to technically draw it in the second panel as well then, the blanket, because it looks like it's draping over the leg of the sofa and over the wing. Maybe. No worries. That's always the worst, like when you add something to like an early panel and realize like, oh no, I have to update every single panel after that to fix something. And the arm, yeah. While you are looking at that, I think I'm going to hop back and do a little more inking here. Some of this stuff. Nice. Do you have any idea how many comics you want to, you're planning for this one? Slash also, please don't make me feel terrible and slow by finishing the next one before I cut stream. I mean, I feel like 13 minutes would be kind of incredible, but you know, you never know. You're fast. 4 to 8. Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, that's a good length. So do you already have the story pretty well planned out, or are you is this kind of a we'll see how it goes as it continues situation? Okay, that desk is not the same size or shape, and I need to fix that. Okay. So first up, we'll just shorten the side a little bit. Oh, so we actually, it's like we get a little bit of Goose lore with his ancestry in there. I like it. I like it. I need to actually not make this go so far down. Yep, I should. This is like, oh, you were gone. That's funny, although I always got the impression she was much more like conscientious though, and would definitely notice. We are so close, you guys. Can I finish inking this before it's time to end stream? We will find out. Oh, this one? So, I will admit, this one does not contain any actual meteorological information, unfortunately. Oh, thanks, Frank. Thanks for getting that. Padlock. That's a fun randomly generated name. Okay. Okay, so a digital clock that shows in the corner that shows this is all in one day and the time of each activity. Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, like basically, yeah, they've been filling the days with fun all summer long. Summer maxing. Oh my, is that a thing? Honestly, I would believe you if you told me that was a thing. So how, okay. So the only thing I'm thinking of is if that will still read clearly to a much younger audience. I know the digital clock is definitely important for that. Yeah, panel 3, I was gonna do, well, I got kind of lazy and was gonna make it a wall, but I could also do like a chain link-ish fence. It's like a public pool, yeah. Why are they at the pool if they're also at a beach? Good question. You know, but maybe the beach is a little bit of a trip, right? Maybe I mean that might make it hard for doing it all in a single day. But maybe it's like a you know, hour drive to the beach. They can't go every day, but maybe the pool is like the neighborhood pool and they can go all the time. I think where we kind of established that they live is basically a lot like Maryland, like Baltimore suburb-ish area or Baltimore city-ish. It's not officially that, but it's like similar. Add sharks in the water. What I was gonna do, and unfortunately I don't think it's very CoreToons coded to do it this way, but at one point, like this panel 2 was Corey with like an ice cream headache, so he's like holding his hand, and then like I was gonna maybe make in this one like a no diving too shallow sign here, and then have him like in this final panel with like his arm in a sling and like maybe like a band-aid on his cheek or something, and just be, instead of saying me too, I think he'd be like, nope, I'm good. Sharks. That would be amazing. Yeah, it's just we're CoreToons, we're very careful about injuring our characters. Also, thanks for the bits. I keep on forgetting that gigantifying an emote is actually, it actually cost bits to do that. Holy moly, thank you. Can I make that not cost bits? Can I just give you the freedom to do that whenever you want? Can I make it a point redeem? Feels like that should be a point redeem. But yeah, I feel like I can only reduce it to 10 bits. Okay, well, I should at least do that. Hold on. Rewards? Nope. Power-ups. 10 points. No. Okay, I admittedly am gonna have to poke around a little bit more to get at it. Copy the canvas, change the name and the hair, and do it. Yeah, I think it could be fun to do it as an alternate version, like alternate ending sort of situation. Okay, I found it. Minimum 10. Okay. Saved. There we go. Well, I can't make it free, but at the very least I can make it cheaper. So there we go. Okay, I'm getting distracted looking at all this stuff, and I should just come back to it later. But at least the Gigantify is less expensive now, so I'm happy that seems correct to me. I'm gonna get a little bit more in here. I know I got distracted myself and didn't quite get this inked, but perfect celebration. Absolutely. Look at Goose in just all of his glory there. Incredible. Love it. You love to see it. Okay. I'm actually not too far off from finishing this anyway. Let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work. And I think it pretty much does. So let's go with that. How do I want to do the background for this one? Even just that should be fine. I can do some kind of solid color blocks in there to imply classroom furniture or other stuff. I think that'll work. All right. I will think a bit about your idea with the clock, Frank, because I think it is fun to imagine that their summer's packed. Although the beach pool conflict seems, you know, it is hard to imagine doing both in a day, especially if you're like, oh well, why would you go to one if the other's right there? Oh, this is a nice version of Tara's theme. I like this a lot. T-lips, nice. Or Lopez. Have I been saying that wrong all this time? Oh my gosh. But hey, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's turn off the thumbnails and see if it still stands up pretty well. I think it does. The only thing that catches my eye is that I definitely used a bigger brush size on panel 1. And then I reduced it for everything else. It's not even that big in panel 4. It's close. I think I used 12 maybe on panel 1, and 10 was what I maxed out at on panel 4. But the other scenes were more zoomed out, so it felt right to do. But now I'm questioning if that it looks weird at all. I mean, I can always just use, they're all vector, so I can thicken lines if I need to thicken lines or thin them out. I'm just trying to figure out if it's too much variation. Yeah, that's catching my eye a little bit. That's not bad. All right, I will think about it. I will think about the digital clock, see what Ashley thinks if she wants to add it in. Yeah. All right, guys, we did it. We actually did it. Look at us. Look at us go. So... There we go. All right, so that will do it for art time. We'll come back here. Different view. This is interesting. So far, the new setup I like. One thing especially that I like about it is I actually can like do this. I have room behind me. Like I'm not crammed in. I can stretch out my legs a little bit. And that's nice. So far so good, I think. Just now getting used to where things are. And working with the double monitor setup a little bit more. Where's that? She's already in bed. So she actually was done. I think she actually had gone upstairs by the time that stream started tonight. So she called it a night. We joke that she's kind of solar powered. So by the time the sun's down, she's starting to wind it down most of the time. Whereas I'm the night owl of the family, in case it wasn't clear by the fact that I'm streaming here at 12:05 a.m. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I need to do the announcement slides for closing. We already went over all that. Unless you want to see him, Frank. I don't think I've actually ever. I don't know if you were here for when I started doing that. We can always try. Hello? There we go. But yeah, so just a reminder, third Thursdays are a thing now for a while. For a while at least. The next one will be August 6th, and that is when we will continue the adventures of Poopy and Friends. We had the last one was what, like July 24th, I think. So we got a little bit further in the story. It's half stream is playing, is gaming, and half stream is art based on the game, which we did some pretty fun sketching of Bob, the new character that we met last time. So that was I'm looking forward to that. It's been kind of fun. A chance to get a more direct invitation to me to just draw characters from my favorite games that I'm playing. Chirpy, yeah. Yeah, I think Chirpy also provided Bob, the frog name, which was fun. Yeah. It's cool. I actually had to catch a little bit one of her streams the other week. I'm glad that you made an exception to your anti-Australian rule for her. Lily says oink. Of course. I mean, what else would she say? Also, a reminder, I'm keeping track. I'm not letting myself off the hook. I still owe you guys one extra stream, aside from my usual Thursday nights. That is, you know, TBD. Jeff, go watch The Odyssey. Is it good? Like, is that a good OMG, or is that a why are you guys hacking my eyeballs? It's amazing. You won't spoil it. Well, isn't it based on? It's based on the book, right? It's based on the ancient Greek text, right? Okay. No spoilers. Okay. What else? And yeah, I will then, just looking at the art list, I will be continuing to work on the comic off stream as well, so we'll see what progress I make by next week. If I happen to be done with the comic, then we'll probably jump back over to D&D group illustration. I was Homer's friend. Yeah, he's actually what got me first interested in storytelling. You know, I saw him writing it on those scrolls, and I was like, man, that's captivating. Oh, why am I going along with this? I don't know why I'm going along with this, you guys. Jeff Odysseus. Oh, why do I like that? That's okay. I'll take it. It's good. It's good. I was there when it came out in Greece. Yeah, they really had to work hard to build up enough, you know, copies of the scroll to really be able to release it. But yeah, the other art stuff, just I want to make the panel art for my Twitch page because I still haven't done that after 3 years, and apparently that's a thing people do. And don't forget about. And then emotes. I owe you guys more emotes, for both for subs and for follows. I don't think I've even filled out all the follow slots yet. So that's it. So next week will be either the continuing on the comic if it's not done, or jumping back to the D&D group illustration. I'm almost done with the last character. I pretty much just have a little bit of shading and a little bit of highlights to add, and then we'll be working on we have a wolf familiar to draw and the background, and that'll be it, which will be good because I think we'll be starting up that campaign again in September. I would love to have it done and actually have the thing printed in some form, so that would be good. But yeah, that's it. That's all the announcements that I think I have. We'll be as a family at House of Mouse Expo this weekend, or like I said, our first family convention. It's all Disney themed, so I'm excited for that. I'll let you guys know how that was next week, and if I have any cool pictures or stuff to share, that'll be good. I don't think I've seen the movie House of Mouse. I am going to go hastily look something up now, because that's apparently, you know, what you do. No, definitely not Mouse Hunt. Mouse House. Mouse House? A BBC children's movie? Mouse House? Oh, this shows House of Mouse as a cartoon with 3 seasons. Was it a series? Like a Disney Channel series? Is that what we're looking at? Oh, okay, yeah, so that's House of Mouse, the series. I didn't know this was a thing. That's fun. Also, apparently Mickey's Magical Christmas snowed in at the House of Mouse. Well, hey, I have some new stuff to check out on Disney Plus if it's there. Good times. Mickey's House of Villain. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jafar and the Villain. Oh, so it's kind of like there's a show at Hollywood Studios, Fantasmic, where it's sort of a similar theming. It's not the exact same, I don't think, but it's kind of a similar vibe. We rented that movie along with the Iron Giant. Iron Giant? What was that? The Iron Giant in 2005. You returned it the next day. You watched it though, right? Like you at least got to see it? Video rentals, man. But you wanted to keep watching it. Fair. Yeah, as a parent, it's an interesting battle between like realizing that as a kid I wanted to watch the same things over and over again, but as a parent realized like I don't want to hear the same things over and over again. I want my kids to space out their stuff at least a little bit. It helps that we have a car, like a DVD player in the car. So we have like a rotation. So when a movie, we like, okay, this movie is on cooldown, pick something else. Yeah, our grocery store had video and video games. And I think I rented Super Mario Brothers 2 like 30 consecutive weekends as a kid, till my dad was finally like, could you please like pick something else? And I picked Mega Man 2 because it had M and the number 2. And apparently that was important to me. Tell them the disc will break if you play it too many times in a row. I mean, it does increase the chance for breakage, technically speaking. Yeah, well, you know, it helps that we have 2, so they take turns picking, and they rarely do they want to watch the same thing back to back. Every night, like Lilo and Stitch, I think we did maybe 4 back-to-back plays before we were finally like, okay guys, give it a break, we'll pick something else. But yeah, usually they want different stuff, so that helps to switch it up. We definitely, some movies need a little more cooldown than other movies. Like, as entertaining as a Minecraft movie is, that is one that we have to give like a little bit more cooldown time in between. Maybe. So, one of our kids has read the first Harry Potter, but they were not super interested in continuing on, which is interesting because of our 2 kids, they are the most avid of readers. But they're just like, it seems like it could get a little dark. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Maybe like the performance. Yeah, I mean, we do have theater child in the house as well, so that could be. Really interesting. Plays Dumbledore. Okay, well, that's got my attention a little bit. But yeah, I didn't even know. I'll have to see if we can find clips of House and Mouse, or if it's on Disney Plus. That would be fun to watch. It's fun listening to the kids as yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, so when you say full cast version, and judging from what you said about Dumbledore, like it's new cast. It's not like people coming back to try to like recreate their roles like 20 years later. It's new cast. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Might have to check it out. We'll see. We'll see. These days, I feel like I don't have any shortage of interesting things to read, listen to, or watch, so much as I just don't find the time to pursue them. Like, I was excited that Ashley and I got through, well, not got through, we watched through all the One Piece live action on Netflix. Although now I'm like sad because we have to wait till next year. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Wait. What is Dungeon Crawler Carl? I feel like I've heard this name before, but I don't. My brain is not giving me context. Seth MacFarlane is making a live action version. It's a book series. 10 books. You are giving me things to look up tonight. Alright, let's check it out. Science fantasy lit RPG book series by American author Matt Dinniman. Initially self-published by Dinniman via online publisher Royal Road. It and its 7 sequels were acquired by Ace Books in 2024. The series follows Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, 2 of the few survivors of the mining, transporting, processing, and consumption of Earth's resources by an alien corporation, as they are forced to compete in a dungeon crawl recreated from those resources for an intergalactic reality show program. The 8th book was released in May 2026, with plans to complete the series with 1 additional volume split across 2 books. As of July 2026, the first 8 books have sold over 14 million copies. And a television adaptation has been greenlit by Peacock, with further plans for graphic novels, audio programs, a card game, and a tabletop role-playing game. Interesting. And so there's Dungeon Crawler Carl, Carl's Doomsday Scenario, the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook, the Gate of the Feral Gods, the Butcher's Masquerade, the Eye of the Bedlam Bride, This Inevitable Ruin, and a Parade of Horribles. Interesting. Princess Donut. It's like the Hunger Games plus D&D plus Aliens. Yeah, I kind of get that vibe. That is... Okay, that has my attention. I should see if our library has that. Not that I'm really up to date on my reading list. It's been a bit slow, but it does look really fun. Oh, good times. All right. I have gotten distracted. I should probably get moving towards bed because, you know, work tomorrow, full day, all the things. Hey, thanks, Frank. Oh, I guess I have to say my part, actually. Hey, if you liked what you saw here for art, you can follow us on our socials. We're on Instagram, as well as YouTube, and here on Twitch as WagWorksGA. Instagram's a little dead right now, but it's out there if you want it. Please go ahead and check out Frank over on Instagram, though, at Lucy Goosey Comic. And also, if you want to see more of this stream, you can see me live here on Twitch at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday nights. That is my regular stream time. I also publish the recordings of the streams here on Twitch almost immediately after cutting stream. You can find those for up to 60 days after a stream, and I try to post my streams to YouTube within about a week of doing the stream. So this stream I'm going to aim to have up by next Wednesday. I am actually, if you are in a hurry and want to kind of catch the highlights, when I post them on YouTube, I do timestamps, and also I try to cut all the extra stream starting, stream ending. Maybe even I'll cut out the breaks in the future, just to make it a little bit more condensed, if you want to check all that out. Oh wow, you even plugged the book. Frank's done it all, and CoreToons, and Frank of course is the best. Yeah, you are the best, man. You did everything. That's incredible. The only thing, you know, it's kind of become a customary thing, but you're actually here, so it makes more sense to do it. Y'all should go follow Frank, because he's gonna stream. He's gonna stream again sometime soon, and you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss when he's doing art and simultaneously stabbing people in Dead by Daylight. Yeah, and you heard it here. He might even consider doing, you know, baseball cards for subs, real physical collectible cards. So you should trading cards. Thank you. Trading cards for tier 2 and tier 3 subs. So why would you want to miss something like that? Limited edition signed trading cards. I mean, come on. Worth $10 billion. Yeah, for sure. I mean, highly collectible, highly rare. I mean, but on the other hand, if so many people buy them that they become not rare, you also still win. So that's kind of awesome. But yeah, that's you should follow Frank. That's my entire point. Go follow Frank. He's fun to watch. I have watched his stream when he streams. He is fun. You should watch him. That's it. That's all there is. That's the final word. But I think that actually is the last thing that I had to say. So while I do my usual thing. That's all, folks. I could do the Porky Pig thing, but I don't know if that's culturally relevant any longer, so I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, the goose walking away is perfect. Yeah, just thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here. If you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think about the new setup for stream. I don't think there's a great way to do that here on Twitch, but otherwise, I'm curious to see. I kind of like it. It feels so much more open, so we'll see. But anyway, yeah, that'll do it. It's time for me to go and, you know, try to actually sleep. Frank, have a good rest of your night. Everybody, have a great week. Thanks for everybody who stopped by. Dadix, Fallen, any lurkers out there, just know I appreciate you. It's truly time to cut stream when Frank tells me to go away. But thank you again, everybody. Yeah, I hope you have a great night and a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.